Hi, um, my name's Sage, and I am doing a Q&A thingy because you asked for it, so I am giving it to you. Cool. Um, I'm sitting on the floor right now, because couches are for nerds, so I have questions. We're gonna answer them. Let's go. How old are you? I am 17 years old. If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? I guess it depends if we're talking realistically, like, do I actually still need all the vitamins to survive in this meal? Or no? I'm assuming no. If no, then mac and cheese. Is it more important to love or be loved? I think it's more important to love, just because life is a lot better when you put love out into it. And you can only be loved by animate objects, but you can love inanimate objects. You can create more love than you can receive when you're thinking about it, like, logically, I guess. And I think you just always have a better viewpoint of life if you're loving things. If you're so used to just being loved without putting love back out in there, then you're going to live a very, like, selfish lifestyle, and I don't think that is a good way to live. So, yeah. Favorite YouTuber? It says other than Superfruit. So yeah, Superfruit. I don't know. I hate picking favorites. I hate it so much. I'm just gonna list off a couple that I like, because I don't like picking favorites. Jess and Jakey, Amanda's Chronicles, Savannah Brown. She has like a different tag thing, but her name's Savannah Brown. Doddle, Andy. It's me, Milio. Kick the PJ. I'm gonna stop there, because I could go on. But those are like the ones that came to my head, so I'm gonna stick with those. What's one thing you like about yourself? I like my hair. My hair is pretty cool. It does weird things sometimes, but sometimes the weird things are cool. So that and my eyes. I like my eyes. Waffles or pancakes? It's such a controversial question. I'm gonna say pancakes. I always thought I was a waffle person, but then when I actually thought about it, like if someone said, hey, we can either have waffles for breakfast or we can have pancakes, I'd probably choose pancakes. I could have pancakes every morning for breakfast and be good. Do you want any tattoos? If so, which ones? I do. I would love lots of tattoos. There are two that I'm definitely very sure that I want. Technically four, because one of them's like 3 together. I want 3 glyphs on my shoulder. I don't know what shoulder yet. I think this one. But they're like triangle glyphs, and they each have like different ones. One of them means explore, one of them means create, and one of them means inspire. There we go. I forgot. And then another one I want is like an anagram, or like it's a rectangle with a bunch of lines, but in those lines you can fit all of the letters and numbers in like the Roman alphabet. And I think it's really cool, and I'd want that like on the back of my neck, or like right below the neck part area. I definitely want more. I think I want to get the agender symbol on my wrist, but I'm not sure about that one yet. There's certain things that I just want to kind of think over more, but the 2 that I said are like 2 that I'm definitely getting sometime in the future. What color would you like to dye your hair? I've dyed my hair a lot of colors. I had my hair red for like a good few years, and my hair was bright purple at one point. I think I'd like to go for like a gray. Yeah, that's kind of what I tried to do with this, but I didn't bleach it enough, and I was too lazy to bleach it again, so I just stuck with what this is. But I'd like to go for like an actual like gray color. How did you come out to people in your life, and how did it go? I never really came out per se. Well, like I did, but I came out as bisexual. And then I came out as a lesbian when I still identified as a female. And then I then I got a crush on a guy, and I was like, oh. So that changed things, but I didn't like try to focus on my label. I was just like, okay, cool, I like this person. If people ask me and they really need a label, I use the term pansexual just because it makes things easier. But I never really came out. I just kind of, at some point, went on a date with a girl, and people were like, okay. That was basically what happened. I was very fortunate that my mom isn't straight, and so that wasn't really a big deal for me. Like, I didn't come out to her. I was just like, oh, I'm going on a date with a girl, and she was like, okay. So I was very fortunate in that respect. What color socks are you wearing? They are gray. They are like the work socks. Favorite movie? I would probably say Donnie Darko, just because I could watch that movie over and over again. I love Wes Anderson movies just because of the whimsical writing style and the color palettes that he uses. He also really, all his movies are very whitewashed. So is Donnie Darko, to be honest, and I wish it wasn't. But disregarding that whole aspect of it, I do enjoy Wes Anderson movies, and I do absolutely love Donnie Darko. The first time I saw that movie, I was completely like entranced by it. I was like a 10-year-old little sage and was like, biggest pet peeve. Big one is people who try to like one-up people or try to like make other people's troubles seem less valid by telling their own story that they believe is worse or more extreme. My least favorite statement that people will do, like someone will tell a story and be like, oh, well, that's okay, and then we'll continue on, and that is my least favorite thing, because you can't tell somebody that what they went through is okay because you went through something worse. My like nitpicky one is when people try to boil water, but they don't put a lid on the pot, and they don't put it up to maximum on the stove. And it bugs me to no end, and the amount of times I've been at someone's house and they're like, let's make Kraft dinner, and they just put the pot with the water on the stove and put it on like 8 and then walk away. I'm like, it bugs me. It's a thing. If you could have one song written on your tombstone, what would it be? Would you rather burp bubbles or sneeze glitter? I'd rather burp bubbles, because like snot's already annoying. I wouldn't want to add like glitter into that. That seems like an absolute mess. Like you could never hide a sneeze. It would just be like pooh. And I can't really burp. Fun fact, I make like a weird croaky noise in my chest where it like kind of like does a weird burpy thing, but like here, not here. I've never been able to like properly burp, so I don't even know if I could really burp bubbles if I even wanted to, but if I could pick, that would be it, because that would make burping just like a lot cuter, and who wouldn't want that? Let's get serious. Do you have a crush on any of your mutuals? Not like actual crushes, like there's so many people who I'm like, wow, you are an attractive person and I am intimidated by you. But there's no one I'm like, yeah, I'd take you out on a date. Which ties into the next question, which is, would you ever date any of your mutuals? I mean, yeah, if I got to know them well enough, especially like an internet, like a long distance internet based relationship, I'd have to know them really well. And I don't really know my mutuals well enough to like date them, really, like, especially right now since I'm quite new to the kind of community that I've immersed myself in on Twitter and Tumblr. My mutuals don't really talk to me, And so I don't really know many of these people super well. But if I did get to know them better, then yeah, like I wouldn't be against it. What do you think about nicknames? They're cool. I don't like when you like sit down and try to think of a nickname. I think that nicknames should be like an organic thing and that they come from like a cool experience or like someone misspelling your name sometime or something like that. Like I got called Swage for a long time because it was like swag in my name. And everyone at school called me that for like a good year or so. And I loved it because like nicknames make you feel like loved, you know? It's like, oh wow, these people are doing this cool thing and all are giving me this little title, this little package of niceness that is in the form of a nickname. What am I talking about? So those are the questions I'm answering. I know there were other questions, but you guys actually sent me a lot of them. So thank you for that. I know I didn't say like the people's names who asked the questions because some people asked more than one and sometimes I took more than one of those questions from that person. So thank you to Janessa, Paige, Millie, Savannah, Abby, Olivia, Kim, Nick, Lena, Becca, and Sierra, and the few anonymous question givers on Tumblr. I appreciate you giving me that love in question form, and I hope you appreciate me giving the love back in answer form. So yeah, I am going to say farewell, and you might see me again soon. So yeah, bye.